Pittsburgh. We're pretty much covering everything that happened within the last couple of years, and in this new film we're going to have never-before-seen confrontations with 20 to 30 politicians, 30 interviews with celebrities from Matt Damon, Lance Armstrong, LL Cool J, going even to Chuck D and so many other people. So this film's going to be coming out later on next year, and what I'm planning on doing is taking this movie, selling it, and when we get the money from it, what I want to do is buy cameras. I want to get cameras and give it to all the WeAreChange chapters out there, and specifically send cameras to the Middle East, to Iraq, to Afghanistan, to Iran, to Israel, and to have WeAreChange chapters documenting their lives and what's happening in the most critical area in the world, and that's the Middle East. So that's my project. That's what I'm working on right now. And I hope you guys support it. Also, I got a couple surprises for you here today. I'm going to be playing 3 more videos, 2 confrontations with Thomas Keane, head of the Not Only Commission Report, and another one with Lord Jacob Sith Rothschild. And we'll be playing that today. And a little video that we made here in Australia as well. So you guys are in for something special. Let me tell you about WeAreChange. WeAreChange, it's more of an idea than it is an organization. We're not really organized. We were just sick of everything happening. We started with nothing. We started with less than nothing, actually, 3 years ago in New York City. And it was one of the worst times of my life. I went through so many things. I don't even want to bring up what I went through. Drama and all these conflicts within the movement and people stealing and doing all these horrible things. And I just had enough. And I was like, instead of talking and arguing, I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to do what I believe in. And what I started doing is going out there and confronting people. Confronting people like Zbigniew Brzezinski and standing up for my rights. Because if we don't stand up for our rights and we don't use our rights, we lose them. And that's what you guys seen when I confronted Zbigniew Brzezinski, and that's what you've seen when I was outside Building 7 and police officers were saying that I was a terrorist for having a book bag on. Literally, because I was standing there exposing 9/11 in front of Building 7, in front of Larry Silverstein's building. Larry Silverstein called down his private security guards. He was watching in the security cameras, I found out later, and he sent his goons out there. We said we were terrorists for standing outside his building and giving out information about how Larry Silverstein is a traitor. He didn't like that much. But it shows you the power and authority and this new age that we have here with a video camera. This video camera filming everything that's happening, showing the world, what's taking place in New York City. That video went viral, and a guy lost his job. Not a lot of people know this. The guy who was threatening me and saying I was a terrorist and I had a backpack bomb because I believed in 9/11 truth, he was fired.
Because of that creepy laugh.
Huh?
Because of that creepy laugh he had.
Well, he had a pretty creepy laugh. It was like Porky the Pig. But WeAreChange, there's also a lot of problems in New York City. We have over 50,000 servicemen and women who are sick and dying from being lied to by the government. They were told the air was safe to breathe just so the government could start making money in the stock market. And by that, 50,000 lives were ruined. So when people come up to me, the government doesn't lie. Oh, how can you believe all this craziness? The government would never kill 3,000 of its own people. Look what happened right after 9/11. They sacrificed 50,000 police officers, military men, ambulance workers for what? For a stock market to start making money? And that makes a lot of people who aren't key to this, makes them think a lot. And addressing the problem, we could do that all we want. But it's about finding solutions. One solution that we started doing is fundraising. And doing online YouTube videos, raising money for first responders. Doing events. Every 9/11, since 9/11/06, we've been doing events in New York City. With KRS-One, Talib Kweli, Immortal Technique. So many other celebrities have been just coming and helping us out because every single red set we make from our events, we donate it straight to not only first responders. We want to be an example for everybody here. So, clap for the people who gave up their lives on 9/11. And these people's stories need to be told. And WeAreChange has also been very critical, pushing these voices ahead. Many of these survivors, David Miller, Craig Barber, Kevin McPadden, John Schroeder, and so many others, Willie Rodriguez, these people have been shunned, ignored, lied to, and now they're sick and dying. And by not only helping these responders, we not only get support from the police and the military, But we help these guys out and we make a difference. And we could talk about all this and that, but at the end of the day, it's what you do. It's the action you take that makes a difference. And we've been able to raise around so much. I can't even add up all the money we raised, but we helped a lot of people buy the medication that they need, help them put food on their table, because these guys can't even work anymore. These guys are sick with lung cancer, with so many different ailments. They can't help their families out. They're losing their houses, and we're coming out there fighting, the big banks that are confiscating these, these heroes' houses. And we've been successful keeping first responders keep their houses, just with our voice, just with the internet. And we truly live in an amazing time. And I'm very happy to have friends that were affected by 9/11, that are willing to speak out. And these people have been speaking out. And that's why we get most of our evidence, from Kevin McPadden, Craig Barber, David Miller, all these amazing people who came forward. It's very also key to understand our strategy, because when we go out there and we help police officers and military men, we send a huge message out to everybody saying, this government doesn't give a damn about you. This government doesn't give a damn about men and women who put their lives up on the line every single day for this country. This government abused you, lied to you. But it's we the people, it's WeAreChange who are going to make that difference, and we're going to help you out in that. And that sends a signal that makes us work with the police, makes us work with the military. And many times, even just walking on in New York City, or even just walking past the precinct, I've been stopped by police officers. Luke, man, great work. I love it. We've got to get that effing Bloomberg, get him again, get him on the train again, confront him. He's a scumbag. He's doing all these horrible things. Cops even try to buy me lunch sometimes. I feel awkward, but every time we work with them, it's about working with the police, working with the military. Because when we do that, we take away their strongest force, and that's the military and police. And when we do that, we can be successful. Another thing that we started doing is working with family members who were affected by 9/11. We've been pushing them forward, confronting politicians, demanding answers to our questions. This next video I want to show you is a confrontation with Thomas Keene. Thomas Keene, head of the 9/11 Commission Report with Lee Hamilton, and this is a confrontation and interview I did with a victim's family member and himself. So if you please turn off the